what better person to have as the symbol of our memorial than General Hayes, the name from which this town derives its name. I mean, that is the person where we got the name from. So the historical significance. And then when you look at the historical veterans that were at Fort Hays, we got people like Custer, Wild Bill Hickok, Buffalo Bill Cody, General George Sheridan. We had 9th Cavalry Buffalo Soldier Regiments, among many, many others. There's nothing that really honors these veterans, and Fort Hays was the gateway to the frontier gateway to the westward expansion of the United States. Without Fort Hays, that would have been a much more difficult task. And so we felt it necessary that if we're going to focus this veteran, we need to focus on not just the veterans of Hays and Ellis County, but all of Northwest Kansas, because that was the area that Old Fort Hays helped create based on its presence here. So our purpose is to honor all the veterans who have served of all the branches for Old Fort Hays forward. And that includes the most recent heroes that everybody's familiar with, and that's Brian Nichols, David Carter, who died in Extortion 17 as the pilot and co-pilot of that doomed expedition in Afghanistan.
I respect and appreciate the focus on veterans, and this would be an excellent addition to the community, not unlike the Veterans Cemetery in Wakini. But the point is that there are so many unanswered questions that concern me, and I appreciate the social issues that you bring to the table as well. But to pull off a project of this size and of this scope might outstrip the resources of the partner organization from looking at the 990s filed with the IRS. So I do want this to happen, but because it is not our land, it belongs to the residents of Hays. We cannot have any screw-ups, whether it's a little dog park or something as significant as this. We don't want a black eye. We also don't want to commit to something that, say, 3 to 5 years down the road could be a problem for the future commission to handle. So it's no disrespect to what you've done. It's just we need a little bit more information before we can proceed.
Commissioner Swaller, to echo what you said, we certainly applaud the intent behind the project, but we think there's other ways to honor veterans that can mean so much more and be more impactful.
And I don't want you to leave here thinking that we're not supporting veterans and all.
I think this is an amazing project. It's beautiful.
Brian Nichols was a dear friend of our family. We appreciate everything. My son-in-law is a colonel in the Army, active. We understand and we appreciate.
Yeah.
I think I was as clear as I could be earlier. It's about your project, about your plan, and about execution on that plan.
Exactly.
I agree.